So basically, as I mentioned to you before, guys, we were one of the exhibitors at the RSA show in Florida, and we felt that we had a great show. And thank you, all of you, for visiting our booth, talking to us, asking us questions. We really appreciate that. Our main goal at that show was for you guys to know that we do exist, and there's some other options for you guys when it comes to the telephony. And that was one of the main goals. But the main goal was to find partners that will be as excited about this product as we are, that would want to make money and would like to put some time into it, learn about it a little bit more, and offer it in their locations. Whether you do business to business or you just want to do just retail, I think we have solutions for both. So, and we feel that this product is not going to go away. It's only going to go bigger and bigger. Right now, it's a $4 billion industry. By 2022, the projections are it's going to be up to $18 billion industry. So, voice over IP is not going anywhere. As long as we're going to have internet, this option is going to be available for businesses. And frankly, when you look at the functionalities and the flexibility of voice over IP system, it's much wider than any local telephone companies can actually offer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and start out real fast with who we are, go to a partnership, how we can become partners, and I will show you a little bit of a system and take your questions. Sounds fair? All right. So basically, as you know, we are PCS VoIP. That's the name of our company. It stands for Pegasus Communication Solutions. And we have been around since 2009, and we specialize in multiple locations. As you can see on this screen, and let me go ahead and make sure that I'm actually sharing my screen with you now. I might not be. Just one second. Okay, screen. Here we go. Can you see the screen now? Okay, great. So as you can see here on the screen, those are some of our customers, not all of them. So as you can see, Century 21, Better Homes and Gardens. We have different retail locations. We're also HIPAA certified, so we have any lab tests now, LaborMax, T-Mobile stores, and so on and so forth. All of those are multiple locations. We actually also have call centers that we service. We also have, different offices that do different things besides the franchisees and multiple locations. But those are some of the examples, some of the customers that we actually service today. Who is PCS? As I mentioned to you before, we are a communication company, communication solution provider to small, medium, and large businesses. We support a number of industries throughout our products and services. We're located in Olathe, Kansas, which is south of Kansas City, just outside one of the suburbs. And we've been around since 2009. And we feel that in today's economy, reducing cost while enhancing the productivity is the key to your success. Okay, and we can talk about that a little bit further as well. We understand the business today faces, increasing budgetary constraints. We do understand that you guys have to pay for everything, and usually, when it's business related, it's more expensive than it is for residential customers. So with this service, we feel that we can actually provide you the value. One thing about you have to remember about this service. Right now, you have a local telephone company. Majority of you do. Some of you already using voice over IP. But if you are using a local telephone company, local telephone companies providing you with a certain service, and this service has been around for a very long time. Some of those companies are claiming that they do provide you with a voice over IP, which in a sense it is, but it's not exactly a true voice over IP, because majority of you still have a PBX room in your office, in your business, and if you want to add the extension or you need to do the maintenance, you have to call those guys. They have to come out and fix it there. So with our service, none of it is required. So you have zero maintenance fees, period. So we love working with our customers to reduce operational cost. It's one of our main goals. We're working with our customers to reduce that cost, and we do provide the higher standards of productivity to our products and our services through some of the features and functionalities of our system that you cannot get from a regular provider right now. So the other thing that I wanted to mention to you, this system is very easy to manage. You can access it from anywhere as long as you have a computer, you have an iPad or any kind of tablet anywhere in the world. As long as you have an internet access, you can actually access this system. The pricing that we're providing, it includes all the taxes. Right now, you're probably familiar with all the taxes that you are paying for your local service. You can pay, I don't know, maybe $35, $40 for the for one line, but when you're done with taxes and so on and so forth, it actually costs you over 60 or even more than that. So we provide you with all the pricing, including all the taxes, and that's what makes us very different. Whatever we're telling you, your monthly fee is going to be, that's what it's going to be. Very simple. And that actually one of the features that you can pass on to your customers if you decide to become a partners with us. That's one of the features that will actually put you aside from everybody else. And our system is plug and play, so which makes it very easy to set up. Basically, we provision the phones here in the office. We send out the phones to the customer, and customer in like 2 minutes, we actually go ahead and take you by the hand and show you how to do it. It is very, very easy. The other thing is it's all encrypted. It's encrypted signal that goes over the internet. We work with the companies that provide medical service. So we're supposed to be HIPAA certified. We are HIPAA certified, which means that our system and our services can be used by medical offices. Okay. Obviously, in your business, when you guys are dealing with customers and their private information, it is also very important to know that the system that you're using, whether it's a phone system or fax, PCS fax system, it's actually secure. So no information, it's all behind the firewalls, almost impossible. Nothing is impossible nowadays, obviously, but almost impossible to hack in and get the information. So, and I understand that a lot of you are dealing with passports and private information that our customers are faxing or passing over the lines. Well, with our system, it's all secure. Very simple. So I do want to show you a couple of things on our portal. So every one of your customers will have access to the portal. Okay, that's part of our services. Our portal is very easy to use. It's very user friendly. We can actually go ahead and customize this portal any way you would like us to. For instance, if you have, let's say, 6 extensions and every one of those people is going to have a voicemail, they will be able to log in, and the only thing that they're going to see is this tab, voicemail, and they can go in there and see only their voicemail. For you as business owners, you will see it all. the portal is going to be set up the way so you can actually see every single extension, every single voicemail that is left on somebody's extension, and so on and so forth. So that's basically what it is. If you look at it, the first page, homepage that you see here, this page is very simple. It's actually set up for your convenience. You can actually go ahead and put shortcuts in here for the things that actually for the things that you want to look up fast and easy in order for you not to go from tab to tab. For instance, right here, you can see all the, list of all your extensions. You can go in here and look it up, all the phone numbers that you have. You can make a payment through the system if that's what you wish to do. You can actually easily locate them, easily move them from one place to another, put them the way you would like it to be. If you want to go ahead and look up the recent transactions, you can actually go in, look up any kind of invoices. As you understand, those are all zeros simply because it's a demo account. Any messages that will live on your system saying our hours of our operations are going to be different for Christmas, you can actually go ahead and see all of this here as well. So the other thing that I wanted to show you real fast, this is a voicemail tab. So as a business owner, you will have access to every single extension in your business. All you have to do is just go ahead and choose which extension you want, and it will give you the ability to see what voicemails you have there at this point. So you can actually see whether those voicemails were actually retrieved. You can actually listen to them and see what the voicemails are all about. You can actually go ahead and check if that particular employee returned the call and so on and so forth. But you will have access to all of it. At the same time, your employees will have only access to their own emails, and there's 3 ways they can actually access the email. They can actually access it from their phone. They can see all their voicemails. I apologize. All their voicemails, they can see it on the system here. They can delete it. They can listen to it. And we also send your voicemails directly to your email. It comes to you as a transcript as well as MP3 file, so you can listen to it right away. We do believe that there is actually numbers to support it as well. I know that MIT has done research on that, and they were saying that if you return a customer service call within the first 15 minutes, it increases your customer retention by 391%. That's a crazy number. So, and that is why we actually approach that from that point. We send you an email. We can actually also send you a text message saying that you have an email. If you have your email on your phone, you will be able to listen to your voicemail right on your phone. We can actually go ahead and transcribe the message as well, so you can read what the message is all about as well in there. So that's one of the services, voicemail. You can customize your voicemail any way you would like it to as well. So you can put your own messages, and we can go over it a little bit later. Applications. Our system it's an open source system, so we can actually go ahead and customize this system to work with a lot of CRM systems like Salesforce or Zoho. You also are going to be able to, that's free, you're going to be able to upload or download this particular plugin. So you will be able to dial the number from your browser. So all you have to do is just click on it, and I'll show it a little bit later to you. You can click on this particular number, or you can click on this particular number and dial directly from your browser. Your phone will ring, you'll pick it up, and basically connect with the customer at that point. So this is what we call a PBX box. Services, that's basically the heart of the system itself. This is something that what you have in your back rooms, the majority of you do, with all those wires and routers and stuff like that. Well, In our world, it looks like this. Okay, so it gives you a lot of tabs. On your left, you can go to phone numbers, and as I mentioned to you before, you can click on it. It will give you the option. You can call. You can click on this particular number on this button, and the system will make a call for you. But in this case, all I wanted to do is basically go ahead and go into each number and show you the options that you have in here. So in our world, phone number is something that it's not attached to your phone. We can actually forward any number to any phone system, to any extension or anything like that. So majority of our customers, for instance, they have maybe one or two numbers in their offices. They don't need the rollover numbers or anything like that. We don't give you the lines with the phone numbers on it. You can tell us, well, this is my number. So, and when we actually go ahead and take that number, it can call on any extension, on all extensions, and it can transfer from one place to another. But this number will be attached to a certain system, and it will allow you to actually go ahead and give this number the ability to be transferred anywhere you want to. So this is basically general options. So you can go in here, put which state you're in. This is caller ID. If you decide that you want to change your caller ID and put it in PO Box store, you can click on save, and it's going to take literally 3 seconds for the change to take effect. This one is a very interesting feature as well. It's called internal presentation. Basically, what it does for you, if you have multiple locations, but you would like only one person to answer the phones for both of the locations, you can actually go ahead and name this particular number, this particular location. Let's say Overland Park store. So when your receptionist or the person that actually answers the phone, and let's say she is located in Shawnee Mission, Kansas, when the call comes in, she will know that this particular call was placed for Overland Park store. She can answer the phone at Overland Park. How can I help you? And customer will never know she's in a completely different location. That's what it's actually designed. Call routing. You can route your call, as I mentioned to you before, any way you would like to. You can you can route it during the holidays one way. You can route during the lunchtime another way. It will go to a certain numbers from 8 o'clock in the morning until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. But from 5:01 to 7:49, it will go completely. You can route that number any way you'd like to. You can route it to a group. You can route it to one extension, or you can route it to all the extensions, and all those options are here. You can route it again to a certain auto attendants, which we will talk about it a little bit later. You can have a hold music. The hold music, we have a variety of hold music here, but also you can customize your own and use it as a marketing message. So basically, somebody is going to call you. If you put them on hold, it's going to say, it's a PO Box stores in Overland Park. Come in, we'll give you $5 off from such and such date, and so on and so forth. Basically, you can use your hold music feature for your advertising. So you can actually go ahead and screen for privacy. You have that option. Anything that is done on this system is stamped in here, so you will know if somebody was on the system without your knowledge. So that's one of the security things that we actually provide as well. So the other thing that I wanted to talk to you about is extensions. And extensions are very important because extensions is a physical location of your phone. That's what we go by. We go by extensions. Extensions in your system, you can have a number of extensions. It doesn't really matter how many phone numbers you have. You can have one number and 20 extensions in that office or more. So you will use this number for the customers to call you, and at that point you will use, let's say, auto attendant or a receptionist to go ahead and transfer those numbers to an appropriate person. As you can see on your left, there is a little phone, a green one. That means that this particular extension is in use. And there's a lot of flexibility with those extensions. And again, if you want to add that extension, you can actually go in here, and it will give you, it'll give you E911 location. So if you dial 911 from that particular extension, the police or emergency services will know which location this particular extension or this particular phone is attached to, so they can go there. You can name the extension any way you would like to. Let's say you had an employee that no longer works for you, and you want to assign this particular extension from that employee to another one. So you had Larry before, now it's Mike. That's how long it's going to take for you to assign that extension to Mike. All you have to do is just hit save, and the change will take effect within 3 seconds. Seconds to ring, 5 seconds is 1 ring. So this particular extension set up for 5 rings. After that, we can transfer the call somewhere else. So as you can see here, the phone is registered. We have different features on that extension, Find Me, so it will actually call from one phone to another if the system is trying to find you. There are some other systems in here, advanced systems, networks, and so on and so forth, and we can go into more details if you guys decide to go with that. We actually provide training for this system, 3 hours training for each location. A couple of really important things in here is call forwarding. You can forward the calls, and you can select where you want to forward it. Maybe you would like to forward it to another extension. You can do that. As you can see, there's a substantial amount of options how you can actually go ahead and you can forward it directly to the mailbox, outside number, anything. So do not disturb. You can actually go ahead and put it in here, so you will not be disturbed. That another call forwarding feature, try first. So it's going to call on your phone. It will, the phone number. The phone number will go to your extension. It'll ring 5 times. Remember, it's 5 seconds per ring. And after that, if busy, it'll go to the outside number. And this is the number. If not answered, it will return to the mailbox. And this is the number of the mailbox. Because some people do not like customers leaving their messages on their cell phones. They would like, for instance, for the customer to be returned to their mailbox on their work system. And that's what it provides for you. This is a very, very important feature. Okay? A lot of companies do not provide that. And I do know that local telephone companies do not have this system. It's basically if your internet or your power goes down, or both, as a matter of fact, you will never, ever lose a call. So our system, it's a smart system. So basically what it does, it reads the color of the phone. So if this particular phone will go brown, gray or red, that means that this phone off the system for any kind of reason. So at that point, you can actually go ahead and set up the option where you want the call to go. So let's say that's what the majority of people are doing. They want it to go to the outside number. You can actually go ahead and put your cell phone number in here, click save, and from that point on, when this phone is red, for any reason, whether it's power outage or internet outage, it will go directly to your cell phone, and the customer will never know that your system is not working right now. I apologize. One more thing about this particular system. When the phone comes back on, when the power is turned on, when the internet is back on, this phone will go green again, and the system will go back to its original settings. All you have to do here, set it up once. You don't have to go back in here. You set it up once, and every time when it happens, it's going to call your cell phone. Every time when the system goes back, it will go to original settings, and you don't have to do anything about it. Just basically automate it. So those are a couple of features that I wanted to actually show you. The other things that I wanted to show you, obviously, we talked the mailbox. So this is particularly this is my mailbox. You can actually customize, as I mentioned to you before, any way you would like to. You know, you can record directly from here your mailbox, your greeting when you're busy, or your name. You can also upload the file. If you have a specific message that you would like to put on your mailbox, and you already have it recorded, let's say in the MP3 file, all you have to do is just basically select the file and upload it. So it will play whatever you would like it to. Another thing, enable voice to text. So when we send you the message from your mailbox, those are email addresses where it's going to go, which here it's mine. And it says attach audio file. So the audio file is going to be attached to it, and attach transcript to email. That's exactly what I mentioned to you at the very beginning. It also sends me an SMS message telling me that I do have a voicemail in my in my voicemail. So there's a lot of options, as I mentioned to you before. I just wanted to show it to you real fast. Time frames. This is actually a very interesting feature. It's always connected with the auto attendants. So let's say you can actually go. Basically, what it does, it gives your system you put your system on an autopilot. You basically program your system to act a certain way from this period of time to this period of time, and act completely differently during, let's say, 8 o'clock in the morning until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You know, during the from 8 to 5, you want the receptionist to answer for you, or you would like to auto attendant to answer, and you give them the options, and so on and so forth. But this time frames, as you can see, we have quite a few of them. We have one set up for Saturday. We have one set up for holidays, and so after 5, and so on and so forth. Basically, it's an autopilot of your phone system. You can actually go ahead and set it on autopilot. If you want it to act the same every single day, it will do that for you. Very simple. You can put as many time frames on your system as you would like. For every different occasion, maybe for some kind of a sale, you can actually go ahead and set up your time frame to turn on the certain features, like time frame to turn on. With this time frame, this particular auto attendant is going to be answering, and so on and so forth. So auto attendant, as I mentioned to you before, this is one of the features that will help you tremendously, because right now, on average, according to MIT research, average small business spends 58 minutes per day answering robocalls and telemarketing calls. This system will help you to eliminate those. Robocalls cannot get through the auto attendants. They have no ability to push the numbers, and so on and so forth. You can actually have the auto attendant turn on for you immediately, saying, hi, this is a postal store in Overland Park, Kansas. If you'd like to speak to a live representative, please press 1. If you want to find out our location and phone number, press 2. If you want to know what our fax number, press 3. If you want to learn about your passport, press 4. At this point, you can actually go ahead and attach another auto attendant saying, if you'd like to find out about the status of your picture, press 1. But if you want to know about the status of your passport, press 2. And the customer will be transferred. We can actually program it for you, so it will be transferred to a hotline for the State Department. Same with the FedEx shipments or UPS shipments or U.S. Postal Services. You can actually transfer those customers to those services with the help of your auto attendants. And you get unlimited amount of auto attendants. You can attach one auto attendant to another one, You can have triple or quadruple layers of auto attendant depending on your needs. You can build them any way you would like to. So also ring groups, you can set up the ring groups in case of the emergency or something like that. You can set up a ring groups for sales. You can set up a ring group for customer service. You can set up a ring groups for emergency. So if somebody says if it's an emergency, press 1, and 3 of members of your team are going to be able to answer it either on their cell phones, on their extensions, depending how you want to set it up as well, obviously. So you also have an ability for a conference bridge, which is a very helpful thing when you're trying to create a conference. Again, holidays, you go there once a year and you set up the holidays as they are. Obviously, those are just samples, but you can actually go ahead and set up the holidays, attach them to the time frames and auto attendance, and during the holidays, your system will act a certain way, the way that you would like it to be acting. So the other things, a couple of really quick things in here. Call recording. We do offer call recording. This is probably the only feature that we would charge you extra for. Call recording and $5 extra per extension. We keep the recordings on our system for 5 days. And at that point, you can actually go ahead and take those calls from our system and upload it to your computer. So you keep the records of it. I don't know how important it is in your business, but in some businesses, for instance, we have a lot of law offices that we work with, and they use call recordings on every single call that comes in or out. So to them, it's obviously a very, very valuable feature. We talked about the hold music, and that's the place where you go ahead and upload it. Listen live. This is a very interesting feature as well. If you are trying to train one of your employees on how to answer the phone, how to close the customer for an appointment, or maybe you do have an outside sale and you would like to know what they're doing on the phone, you are able, from your extension or from your what we call a Pegasus extension on your cell phone, you're able to dial *57 and listen in on the conversation, and nobody will ever know that you're actually listening to this conversation. Usually it's used for training purposes, so you can actually go ahead and hear the conversation, write down the notes, and pass it on to a person that was answering the phone or maybe making an outbound call. If you dial *58, not only you will be able to listen to this conversation, but you will be able to barge in on that call, and the customer will never hear you, but you can whisper into your representative ear and lead them through the whole call and tell them exactly how to close that particular customer or how to answer, what to say, and so on and so forth. Used very widely by top companies in this country to train their sales reps. It's a very, very valuable training tool that you can use on your system. So you can block the calls. You can block inbound and outbound calls, any calls that coming in. Let's say somebody got through your auto attendant system and they did place the call, but you don't want to take their call any longer. All you have to do is just go put the call in here, create a new call, and you can even put the comments in here why you don't want to take that call. So next time, if you decide that, I don't remember why I blocked that number, you can actually go there and read why it happened. All of it is on your system. Accounting system that we have in here, we're pretty proud of it. The reason is anything that's going on your account or your customer's account throughout the history with us from the very first day, you will be able to log in and you will be able to see exactly what payment was made, how it was made, and so on and so forth. You can actually go through all of it. Reports, one of my favorite features, to be honest with you. Reports will give you a substantial amount of information about your business. You can actually go ahead and see how many calls are coming in, how many calls are coming out, what extensions are the busiest ones. You can see how many queue performance, how many people are in the queue. You can see agent performance. You can see queue call activity. You can see how many calls were on hold and dropped, how long that person was on hold. You will see why it was dropped. There's a substantial amount of information that can be actually retrieved from this particular tool. Majority of my customers are using it, believe it or not, for marketing purposes. So if you are doing any kind of a local marketing and you're publishing your number and you want those people to call your business so you can actually talk to them about them, close them for them to come into your business and do, and purchase from you. So you can actually see how effective campaigns are. You can see what's the return on investment on that particular campaign. Just to give you an example, let's see, we're looking at this particular number for, January 5th, 1st to January 15th. So we're looking at, let's say, 2 weeks. Okay, so all you have to do, just hit search. Internet is a little slow today, so be patient with me. But it will give you the amount of calls that were actually came in this period of time. But it will actually go a little bit further than that. So as you can see right here, there's a 574 records of calls coming in. It will also break down what time this call came in, the duration of the call, incoming or outbound, inbound or outbound call, from what number the call was made, where it went, and at what extension it was transferred to. So it'll give you all this information. But let's say you want to see day by day how this particular ad in your local newspaper or magazine was performed. So all you have to do, just actually click on the activity graph, and it will give you a pretty clear graph, day by day, how many calls came in each and every day. From here, you can determine whether this particular marketing campaign is working for you or not. Maybe you should actually go ahead and take the money out of this campaign and invest somewhere else. And once you use this system with the different marketing campaigns, you can determine which one is giving you the best return on investment. Very simple. So settings, just to show you how easy it is to actually go ahead and set up the service in here. It will actually give you all the information in here. You can set up all the information for yourself, where it needs to go and how it needs, what needs to do. Services on it. Everything that we just talked about, by the way, I wanted to mention it to you, is if you go into help, there's every single instruction for every single thing that we went through right now. How to set up your dashboard, mobile applications, all the reports, how to run the reports on the call activity reports, ACD reports, and so on and so forth. It has every single option on how to do things. Very, very simple system, very user-friendly. As you can see, there's over 150 different functionalities in this system, and all of those functionalities, practically all of them except one, is actually offered to you for free or to your customers. Things like right now, if you do want to add, let's say, auto attendant with your local company, that will cost you extra money. If you want to forward, that will cost you extra money. Even sometimes in some companies, in some areas, even adding another voicemail will cost you money. So as you can see in here, it's all available to you. It's all available to your customers. I know that, for instance, this particular functionality, Listen Live, it's actually offered probably up to $50 for a line by some companies. Well, with us, you're actually getting it for free. very simple, or your customers. But mean that you cannot upsell your customers on those services. All you have to do is just let us know if you decide to upsell those services to your customers as well. Let me go ahead and go back to this. So we actually went through the portal, as you understand, but I wanted to discuss with you how to actually generate revenue by partnering with us and what we actually can offer to you. So this is a reseller schedule. Basically, this is the pricing that we're offering to you. As you can see, longer the contract, lower the price. So we offer this particular price if the customer already, in many cases when you're actually going to the business or people coming to you, they're already using voice over IP system. So sometimes they actually have the same phones as we do, and we have the ability to re-provision those phones so they don't have to invest into a new equipment. But many times customers are actually asking for new equipment, so we actually put the price for you here if they decide to go with the new equipment. You don't have to tell them that, you know, this is you know, $27. You can just tell them, hey, your particular this service is going to cost you $27 per month, and as you can see, it says SRP, which is suggested retail price. It's going to cost you $27 per month, and we'll give you a phone for free. That's it. All you have to tell them. This is another one. Is that so? This is a cost with the phone. This is your cost without the phone, and this is suggested retail price without the phone. This is the cost with the phone, your cost with the phone, and this is suggested retail price with the phone. So when you're telling the customer, hey, it's going to cost you $31 per seat, you know, and we provide you the phone. All our services, all are what we call seat, which is in your world, it's called line. It comes with a 2 call path or 2 lines, so 2 people can be on the phone at the same time. So this way, you don't have the situation when the customer, when you're on one line and somebody's calling you on another line, your phone is busy, or it actually turns on directly into your voicemail. You can actually have 2 customers the same line. If you have a conference call, you will be able to actually go ahead and put 2 people on 2 lines and have a conversation with 2 of them at the same time. There's a different options. Those are 2 phones. Those are 2 phones that we actually do offer with this plan. This phone is what we call a receptionist phone, and this phone is charged $229. But usually, when we're talking about, let's say, 10 people with 10 phones, 10 extension, and one of them a receptionist, you know, they can afford to buy 1 phone. That receptionist can actually see all the lines, who's busy, who's on the phone, and transfer the calls. Let me go ahead. So as you can see, the initial investment for you guys is 0, but monthly residual is up to 30%. What you saw on the suggested retail price does not have to be your price to the customer. In some areas like New York City, Los Angeles, the prices are much higher than that. We've seen people, you know, charging $45 to $50 per seat. So let's say if we're giving you a $27, that's your cost with the phone. You can easily make $37 if you're in a highly populated area where companies like AT&T or Comcast or Verizon are charging customers up to $65, $68 per line. Here, and they usually have the best they can get is maybe a voicemail and a call waiting. Here, all of this is actually included, plus 2 call paths, unlimited calling anywhere in the United States and Canada. All of it is included into it, as you could see, and that's on top of all the features and functionality that we're offering. So as I mentioned to you before, this is the features that we're actually offering. We went through some of them today. So call activity reports and graphs, um, this comes to you and to your customers for free. If you want to upsell it, you're always welcome to do so. Just let us know. Okay, if you want to charge, let's say, $5 extra per month, if they want activity reports, a lot of customers will want activity reports. Just let us know that you are charging activity reports separately, and we will go ahead and charge the customer separately for that. In reality, you don't have to do anything. Basically, you are finding the customer. There's two ways of doing business with us. I guess I needed to start with that. One of the ways, and I think everybody starts with that, you can actually go ahead and find the interested customer, call us, we will do the sale for you, we will set the customer up, we will build the customer, you will be getting the residual every single month. The customer is charged, let's say, $32 per month, and your cost is $27. So this $5 per seat will be coming to you as a check every single month. So it's unlimited. I mean, our average customer has between 5 to 10 seats per office, 5 to 10 extensions, basically. So, and that is very common. Those numbers can grow very fast, and they add up. So this month, let's say you closed a few customers with altogether it was only 30 seats. Then this next month another 30 seats. So you already have 60 seats that are actually paying you every single month. If you decide to charge the customers for certain features, you are welcome to do so. So we charge call recording $5, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to charge them $5. You can charge them $7. You can charge them $10. Up to you. Call activity reports. Usually this service is charged by other customers. Also, auto attendant. Auto attendant is one of the services that is always charged by the companies. We're giving it to you for free. It's up to you. You can use it as a leverage with your customers when you're negotiating with them, or you can actually go ahead and charge them. Up to you again. Again, this is a monthly residual and how it grows. So you get 100 seats, you get $500 a month. 100 seats is very, very achievable per month. Now, it doesn't mean that if you get those, you're making one sale, and this sale stays with you basically for 3 years. You made one sale, but you're collecting the money for 36 months for it, and further. If they decide to cancel after 36 months, that's obviously up to them. But you are getting paid for as long as they're staying with us. Very simple. So even at $5, which I think it's like the minimum that you can actually upsell the customer for, you are getting $500 a month just for 400 seats. So, but you sold 30 seats this month, 40 seats next month, 46 months after that, and it grows every single month. And we have resellers that are making really, really good money from one sale that they made, because we also have resellers that sold us companies that have like over 100 seats, over 200 seats. So basically for them, it was one sale and they're still getting paid on it every single month. Very simple. So that's basically our offer on that. I am actually open right now for any of your questions. Anything you would like to know, you can either type into the box, or you can actually go ahead and ask me, unmute and ask me at that point. You guys have any questions at all? Hello? Yeah. Hello? Sure, Caleb. You can, if you would like to unmute and ask me those questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them for you.
I was sort of wondering, what type of bandwidth are you needing for running the phone systems and that sort of stuff? And then, you said it's just plug and play. Are we just plugging it into what?
Okay. So it works off the internet, obviously. So basically, you have a Cat5 that goes to each computer.
Sure.
The system works very simple. You can actually go ahead and unplug that from your computer and plug it into your phone. With each phone that we send out to you, we send out a short Cat5 cable.
Okay.
So there's two outlets in the phone. One is called Ethernet. Another one is called PC. So you plug in Cat5 from the wall into the Ethernet, and you plug the shorter call into PC and plug it into your computer, the other end into your computer. So there is a bypass inside the phone. Even if the phone is off, your computer, your internet is still working. But your internet is going to be feeding off that, number one. Number two, on the bandwidth, anything over 1 Mbps would be more than plenty for our service.
Okay.
Our compression rate is 7 megabytes, comparing to a compression rate of local telephone companies' voice over IP, 64 megabytes. So we take almost no bandwidth.
And just to clarify, you said that one cable goes basically from one Cat5 cable goes from your wall to the phone, and then from your phone to the computer. Do you have to have it plugged into the computer, or because we have splitters and routers and such like that, so can we just have it plugged in to the phone directly and don't need anything else coming out of the phone for it to work, or does it need to still be plugged into a computer?
No. If you have a Cat5 that is dangling somewhere without any use, you can actually plug it into the phone and use the phone with that. So yeah, absolutely. As long as there is no daisy chains. Okay, if it goes through your switch or through your, through the switch, you're good, basically.
Right.
As long as there is no daisy chains, because it's just it doesn't mean that it's not going to work with a daisy chain. It just means that we prefer not to have it. Let's put it this way. Just the integrity of the system itself. So that's what it is. Any other questions from anybody else? Anybody else has a question? Okay. Well, if you guys don't have any more questions, please, if you have any other questions, don't hesitate to email us. Talk to the sales representative that is actually in contact with you right now. Either it's Kelly or Aubrey or myself. You can call us anytime you would like us to. Our main phone number is 913-981-1100, and you can ask for any of us, or you can email us. My email is anthony@pcsusa.com. So we can actually help you out to set you up. I did forget to mention that there is 3 requirements for you to become a partner with us and resell our product. Number 1 is you need to be a customer, because we do believe that if you have to use what you're actually selling. Number 2, you have to be an RSA member. And in our offer, if you become our customer, we will pay your RSA membership, whether you are a member right now or a premier member or just a member and not paying membership. We will pay for your premier membership. And number three, you have to go through the training. So if you have any questions or any concerns, please don't hesitate to give us a call anytime. Okay? Thank you very much for attending the webinar today. And I hope, if you have any questions, just let us know. Thank you.